to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Hope y'all are having a fantastic start to your morning, fantastic start to your week. Back at the grind. Vacation is over for ya boy. So 9 a.m. meeting up at Guarantee. I'll do a little morning scone here, get on the road, catch that meeting, get a Locked On LSU recorded today. So we're back in the saddle for Locked On LSU. So if possible, if you're not yet subscribed to Locked On LSU, check that. I'll have later this morning, probably around 10 a.m., I'll have my first full comments on the Jay Johnson hire. I know it was Friday, but introductory press conference is today. And so I'll give you full thoughts on that, some reaction. Looking forward to getting back on AFR today. Get a lot of reaction to the Jay Johnson hire. We'll carry his press conference live at 4:30. Certainly delve into what the Pelicans are doing. I mean, are they just waiting for the NBA Finals to be over before they pursue their next head coach? Who might it be? We'll get into some of that today. So a lot to get to. So let's say some good morning, see what y'all got on the docket. College World Series Championship Series underway tonight. I'm sure we will also on AFR talk about the latest in the with Ogeron being added to the Title IX lawsuit from the Geis allegations from 4 years ago, whatever it was. So yeah, we'll get into all of that. Bucks beat the Hawks last night. They led the series 2-1. Getting plugged back in. Watched SportsCenter last night. I tweeted this. So I told you when I'm on vacation, I don't engage. I'm not watching sports. I'm not watching SportsCenter. I'm not following the news really. I mean, if I happen to get on Twitter and something pops into my timeline, but I'm watching SportsCenter last night, and you got Major League Baseball pitchers like undressing on the field. What in the hell is going on with that? Like, they're checking these guys for sticky substances and making them undress on the field. What in the hell? Like, what? That blows my mind. I mean, as long as the game has existed, there have been pitchers using sticky substances, aside from just the rosin bag. I mean, hell, in Major League, Eddie Harris made the joke about like Crisco, Vagisil. If we can't get anything, wipe my nose. You put snot on the ball. I mean, yeah. Anyway, weird, just weird. All right, let's say some good mornings. Scott Fields, good morning. Derek Thomas, thank you very much. Appreciate that. How about them Bulldogs? We'll see how it goes, man. State's playing hot. I think I like Vanderbilt. If you give me a lighter rocker available to go, I think I like Vandy. But State's playing great right now. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Jonathan Martin, good morning from Norfolk, Nebraska. Truax, what's up? Jeff McKithen. I saw enough cornfields to last my lifetime up here in Nebraska. That'll happen. Keep going farther north to Iowa and then to southern Minnesota. It's the same. Hey, Dad, good morning. Michael Merritt, Arthur Blanchard, Brian and Andy Pinton. Good morning from Rawlings, Wyoming. I can't wait for the rants today in the press conference. It's going to be a good show today, man. I'm happy to be coming back to a full docket for sure. Let's see. Joey Vincent, good morning. Trivia Carter, what's up? Michael Castello. Brady Smith, morning, Matt. Pels need to go all in on Dame Lillard if he's really looking to move on from Portland. So, looks like Portland is going to hire Chauncey Billups to be their new head coach. And I don't. Maybe the story there is Dame is. They hired Billups, and apparently Dame is not too pleased with it. The news on Twitter. Let me see if I can find the exact story. The exact report. Of course, it was citing sources. Let's see, this was Chris Haynes at Yahoo. The backlash from Portland Trail Blazers coaching search and his concerns over whether a championship contender can be built had become a major factor that could force Damian Lillard to request out. The Pelicans, meanwhile, apparently, according to a report, are willing to part with Brandon Ingram and multiple first-round picks. Remember, this is from Scoop Robinson. So his verified Twitter account, Bally Sports. Anyway, I would get, even though Lillard is further along in his career and Ingram is a wing and it's hard to find wing players, and it's really that small forward spot is what the Pelicans have lacked for so many years. If you could find a guy like Dame that is instant offense that still has, how old's Dame? Like if Dame has a good he's 30. So let's say Dame has a good 5 years left, peak 5 years left. At those 5 with Zion coming into his own, worth it? I think so. I think so. And if you could make that happen, I would 100% do it. And the Pels are uniquely positioned because they have all of the assets. I mean, this would be the beneficial use of the treasure trove of assets they got in the Anthony Davis trade. So you pull this off, come on. Dame and Zion, let's go. Ooh. No? No. Let's see. Preston Schultz, morning. What's the one thing you're looking forward to hearing Coach Jay Johnson speak on? Who his pitching coach is going to be. I think that's the most important. That's going to be the most important hire he makes, because the best I've gathered with Jay Johnson, it's great recruiter, great energy. Guys love to play for him. Knows hitting, knows the game. Has someone else handle his pitching. So you got to nail that hire. So, you know what? That may not even be, you know what, Preston? That may not even be what I'm looking forward to hear him speak on, because I don't know how much he's going to disclose on that. Really, I'm just looking forward to who that hire is going to be. I think what I would like to hear today is him embrace national championship expectations. I want to hear him say, we are here to win national championships. Because that is the expectation you've got to be willing to embrace. And I'm sure he has, but it's one thing if, like, you're taking over a program that's never done it and you're trying to get people excited to scale that mountain, right? Like if Will Wade's hired and in his introductory press conference saying, we believe this could be a national championship program and that's our goal. Okay, great. Feel good. But it's never happened. So there's still a degree of excitement, but skepticism. When you're LSU baseball, like, that is the expectation. You've won 6 of them, and the expectation is to do it again. So I think that's what I would like to hear him say is, you know, that he's not shying away from that expectation to win national championships. Derek Adams, NCAA is a complete crap show. You have full capacity stadium. No one's getting checked for COVID. You send a team home because they have players that test positive. Want to keep them socially distanced from the others, wear a mask the whole game. Those things really work. Freaking horrible. I agree with you. Actually, Derek, I don't know why they're testing at all. Period. If you have a bunch of people that are healthy, young people that are asymptomatic, who cares? The vaccine's available for anybody who wants to take it. Take it if you want to take it. If you don't, that's your prerogative. If you want to wear a mask and socially distance, you can do that. I mean, y'all know how I feel about it. Whatever. Jamie Leday, good morning. Chuck Sanchez. What's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? My eyes. Eyes dried out when I stared. Anyway, Kelly Gross, good morning. Sorry, I didn't put my eye drops in this morning. Brandon Deville. Matt, if this was Bama football in a college football playoff semi and they were an NC State situation, there was no way the NCAA declares them a no contest. So, Brandon, I don't really do conspiracy theories because you're operating on a hypothetical that doesn't exist. So, there's nothing I can say that would convince you otherwise. So, okay, if that's what you want to believe. My hope is that we don't get to that point in college football. And realistically, Brandon, in the situation you just presented, my guess is Nick Saban would just mandate that every one of his players get vaccinated, and so that they wouldn't be tested. I mean, that's basically what they did this past year, because like we talked about all throughout the summer, if you tested positive for COVID, you didn't have to test again for 90 days. So Saban made sure his whole team got it. So did LSU, by the way, but Ed Orgeron just said it publicly that their whole team had already had it, and people crushed him for it. Tim Gotro, good morning. Looking forward to AFR today. Thank you, Tim. So am I. Cortland, Javon Harrison. Yup. I mean, I don't know everything there is to know about like Olympic jumping, right? But that guy's such a stud. I would assume he's got to be awesome, have a great chance to medal or win the thing in the Olympics. Let's see, Strong Side Sports and Collectibles. Good morning, Scone. Can't wait for AFR today. Thank you. I'm excited about it too. I've said this a couple times this weekend. I'll say it again. You know you're in the right profession when you go on vacation, and when vacation is over, you're eager to get back to work, and I am that. So I'm eager to get back today. Hey, Jesse Brown, good morning. Wrap in batches. It's Monday. I don't want. I love Mondays, man. I love Mondays. For us, Monday is the best day of the week, because Monday you have everything from Friday at 6 o'clock when I go off air to Monday at 3 o'clock, and there's just usually a glut of stuff to talk about. I love Mondays. Stephen Miller, good morning. Brady Smith, MLB's foreign substance BS is dumb. Garrett Cole's production has drastically dropped off since they started enforcing it. Well, if this is the way that they're trying to reintroduce offense into the game, I guess that's one way to go about doing it. I think it's a very dumb way to go about doing it, but whatever. PTG Toasty. Good morning, Matt. Cortland, he undressed himself because he's mad he can't cheat. I don't think it's cheating. I mean, I have no problem. I've never had any problem throughout the history of baseball with guys using substances for grip. I mean, some have been so obvious throughout the years. Just if you ever watch a baseball game, you can see like guys that go to their hat, and you can just see the discoloration on the hat. I mean, it's so obvious, but who cares? It's just part of the game forever. Like hitters using pine tar or whatever. Who cares? Or PEDs. I mean, dudes are always looking for advantages. Tim Gotro, I don't think I can watch CWS. I feel cheated. Can't imagine how cheated NC State players, coaches, parents, and fans feel. I agree with you, Tim. I mean, I'm not sure I'll be locked into every pitch. I'll probably watch because I think it's going to be really good baseball. But if you're a fan and you feel cheated and you're not going to watch, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Spurge, what's up, man? PTG Toasty, missed you Friday due to your sleeping in. You already did though. I did sleep in on Friday, didn't I? Yeah, we started after like 9 o'clock Central Time. Yeah, I was late. You can always go back and watch if you missed it live. You can always go back and watch. Hey, shout out to Brock, y'all. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, Brock is open. One of the headlines that broke actually right before I left. I had a chat with Chip Bankston, and he told me that he was leaving the sideline with the Saints. Focused more on his practice at Brock and his patients here. Loved being with the Saints for 4 years, but he was leaving the Saints as the team physician. So Chip, of course, is the doctor that did my knee surgery. He's been the Saints physician for the last 4 years. But so Chip Bankston will be much more present over at Brock. Of course, if you need an orthopedist, go see Brock. Erica's going to go see Dr. Catherine Riche this week for her plantar fasciitis. Hopefully get her foot worked out. They're the best. Go see Brock. And, of course, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Already had a few folks reach out here this morning as we're getting the week started. So roof issues, all the rain the past couple of days. Would love to help you out. Give us a shout, hudcoroofing.com. What happens if some Vandy player tests positive? Will Mississippi State be named champions? Yeah. Cortland, I want State to be forced out in Vandy to have double asterisks. Alex Day, Matt. Hey, Matt from the Boiling PNW. So I'm assuming that's Pacific Northwest. The Boiling PNW, is it hot in the Pacific Northwest right now? That's interesting. Stephen Miller, do you think this is the NCAA setting up to cancel a football game this fall? Chances 1 to 10 that a big brand of college football gets made to forfeit positive tests. So, Stephen, I don't think you're going to see forfeitures. What I do honestly believe is a very real possibility is you have postponements again. And this is a reminder of that, right? If I think it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, to force 85 players and coaches all to get the COVID vaccine. And for teams that don't, if someone pops up positive and then you go through the contact tracing stuff, I think that's a very real possibility. But I'll remind you though, Stephen, that it's not the NCAA setting up forfeiture. Remember, each individual conference in football had their own testing protocols. So that's not like a blanket NCAA thing. The interesting thing about college baseball is, or really college football, remember the NCAA as an organization primarily exists to organize championships. They have the enforcement wing and all, but their primary objective is to organize championships. Leagues organize their schedules. Team like LSU puts together its own baseball and basketball regular season schedule. The SEC puts forth its regular. Like the NCAA doesn't put forth schedules. The NCAA organizes championships. College football does not crown and the NCAA does not crown a college football championship. College football conferences outsource their championship to the college football playoff. So the NCAA doesn't control the college football championship or get all those postponements and everything were done by conferences. So depending on how aggressive or conservative the respective leagues are with respect to testing, I think that could determine teams that might have pauses in play. I hope that was a winding answer, but I hope that made sense because it wouldn't be the NCAA pausing football games. It would be the individual conferences that would make those decisions. Ryan Dixon, if the NCAA wanted to make a big splash, wanted to be popular, they would ban the Whistler for life from NCAA events. For it, Cortland, NC State will likely never get this close again. I don't know about that, Cortland. I mean, they got to this point, and there was a couple of years ago. Who was the guy? I'm going to blank on his name, of course. NC State was in the College World Series a couple of years ago. Gosh, dog it. Of course, I'm trying to do this on. Who was the guy that had? They had a pitcher a few years back. Oh, what's that guy's name? Here you go. College World Series appearances, 1968, 2013, and 2021. It had to be in 2013. Who was the god? This is going to drive me nuts. In 2013, they were 50-16 and went to the College World Series. Who was the guy on that team? Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. Rodon, that was it. Carlos Rodon, that was it. He was on that team in 2013. Yep, he was on that team in 2013. And let's see. Rodon, in 2013, Rodon led NC State to the first World Series in 68. 19 starts, 184 strikeouts, through 3 complete games. ACC Pitcher of the Week. Yeah. That was it. It was when they had Rodon. How did they do that year in the College World Series? Anyway, y'all don't care. Anyway, but that was the year I was thinking. I knew they had a stud pitcher that year. I couldn't remember who it was. Rodon. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be 110 degrees in the Pacific Northwest, higher ever recorded in the Puget Sound. Also, most homes don't have AC. Oh my God. What's going on up there? That's bizarre. Nicholas Cantrell, what's up, man? Dude, just put your like face in the freezer. Let's see, couple more. Then I got to bounce. Got our 9 o'clock meeting downtown. Jamie Leday, good morning. Kelly Presley, hey, Stacy Fontenot, good morning. Stacy Fontenot is Devin Fontenot's mom, so pulling for Devin and all the guys with the draft coming up here in a few weeks. Hoping for the best for all those guys and what it may mean for them, and obviously for LSU baseball as well. So glad to have you here this morning, Stacy. Thanks for watching. Jeff McKithen, reverse case of the Mondays. I love Mondays. Patrick Cason, eating our way through New Orleans. I love it, man. Great to see y'all. Enjoy the time down there, man. John Bro, Taylor Kale, Nolan Daigle, good morning from Woodstock. Is that Woodstock, Georgia, or Woodstock, New York? New York. Woodstock. I know I did Woodstock, New York in a Boston accent, but the reason I did that is because when they did Woodstock 1990, I can't remember if it was 94, 99. What was the, oh gosh, from Godsmack. Okay, remember the band Godsmack? Sully was their lead singer. And when they released the live album from Woodstock, I think it might have been 99. He took them like, Woodstock! Thick Boston accent. Anyway, Woodstock 99. All right, y'all, I think it was 99. Okay, I got to get going. Y'all have an awesome day. Please remember, we're back on it with the Locked On LSU podcast today. And look, I'll just tell you candidly, the way we get paid on Locked On is we get paid a percentage based on downloads. So it would be a huge help if you have not yet subscribed to the Locked On LSU podcast, if you would do that, especially because I just took a big goose egg for the last 8 shows. So this month is going to be a little lean on the Locked On LSU podcast, but it'd be a huge help if you could do that. So Locked On LSU, however you get your podcast, go type in Locked On LSU, subscribe up, and check it out daily. AFR at 3. Anything else, y'all know, hit me up. Shout out Brock, Banners Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. You need an orthopedist? Go to Brock. Need a roof? You call Hudco. Okay, y'all. Be well, and we will see you for AFR at 3. Deuces.